Ahoy hoy, he's Straw, I'm Parker, and together we are the Battle Hammer. Doo-doo-doo! Here, I'm going to be doing something a little bit unusual for the Battle Hammer. We are going to be doing an unboxing of Hunt for the Prometheus 2-player starter set for Dystopian Wars by Warcradle Studios. This just arrived in the post today. Quick, disclaimer. I paid for it with my own money, but I did get it early. Some war hosts, who are the volunteers and stuff who work with Warcradle Studios to do demos and that kind of thing. Some of us war hosts have been granted access to this a little early, so we can show it off and tell you guys about it before the actual release, which I think is in about a week. So this is the 2-player starter set, Hunt for the Prometheus Dystopian Wars. Like I say, we've got you're going to get a bit of shine. So this is going to be a proper unboxing. It's still in the shrink wrap, so you'll be seeing it as I see it. This isn't me having read it first or anything like that. It's quite a weight. I mean, you know, it's bigger than I thought it was going to be, but it is a proper 2-player starter. We've got some nice art on the front. There's a bit of shine still. We've got the Enlightened and the Commonwealth, in this case the Russians, fighting over what's going on. Check the back of the box to see what's in it. You've got, for the Commonwealth, you've got a battleship, 5 cruisers and 10 frigates. And for the Enlightened, you can see that, you've got a generator ship, a control ship, Descartes control ship I think that's called, 3 cruisers and 9 frigates, and dice and all the other stuff as well, all the stuff that you need, tokens and cards and all that. So, getting this out of the way, we've got a box with a sleeve. Now the box, where did I put it? That's annoying. The box in a kind of a nice little touch. So this is your standard Warcradle Studios box, which you get your Wild West Exodus posses in and your Mythos packs and stuff. They all come in this box, and this larger box is effectively 4 of these. So I think that will stack nicely. It will look good on shelves with other Warcradle products, which is nice. And we've got a sleeve and a big box. Sleeve's nice. It's a sleeve with the art that I just showed you. So, given that they're making these boxes, I imagine we'll see other similar things in these boxes. I don't know what yet, but I guess other 2-player starter sets, that kind of thing. So let's just make sure there's nothing there. No, let's pop the cherry on this bad boy. New box smell. Ah, smell the plastic and all the stuff. Ah, you got to give it a good sniff. So, obviously loads of plastic on the top. We have got a measuring device. So this is going to be a, this is 1 sprue. And on it you've got the turning template for the ships. You've got a little measuring template, which goes up to, what, 9-10 inches? Yeah. And the template also has the circle for the blast and a smaller torrent type thing, which we haven't seen yet. So I wonder if that's stuff in the game. I don't know. It looks like there's another thing coming off here. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Made in the UK. Templates, Whaling Games. So yeah, they're making their own plastic in-house. We've got some bases, which I think are for the short-range squadrons. Now we will get out. And now this is a thing I actually noticed when I showed off the Russian, the Commonwealth sprues. So because I mentioned it at the time but didn't really think about it, because they've got these little nubbins here, They stack really nicely, which is obviously good for storage, and it does mean that you're less likely to get breakages as they bounce off each other and stuff, so that's really cool. This is the Russian Commonwealth sprue, and here we've got the 2 frigate sides, the 2 fronts for the cruiser, the 2 rears for the cruiser, and loads of cool stuff like that. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. So that means you can make the 5 cruisers and the 10 frigates. That fat stack of sprues that will be getting sent to straw at some point. If you want more information on those sprues, do check out the close-up I did of the Russian sprue that I managed to get hold of early. Now this is what I'm really interested in as an Enlightened player. We've got 3 sprues of Enlightened stuff, and looking around, what do we have? Well, this large circly thing is the short range squadron, so you've got a little texture of the sea with these little squadrons on there, they're little fighters, and then that will glue just straight onto a little medium base, so you know what it is. It's all marked with numbers and everything else. We've got some bunch of these guns on their little circle mounts, which I think are like particle accelerators or something, I don't know. We've got the 2 sides of the frigates, so 1, 2, 3 frigates total. These are the rear fins for the frigates. So I think you just glue the sides together and then put the rear fins on the back, and then put a gun in the little hole at the front, I think. You've got 2 kinds of gun. You've got these kind of like laser particle cannon type guns. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see a bit better. There we go. Alright. So we've got these kind of laser particle guns, and we've got these little knobbly bits, these knobbly guns. I don't know what these are, so I guess we'll find out as we start rummaging through the book and such. We've got, I think, the front. This will be the front of the 2 sides of the front of the cruiser. Shoot your torpedo launchers there, and then these will be the 2 rear sides. Oops. Just here and there. Let me just turn that light up a little bit. I don't know if you can see that alright. We've got, now I think, I don't know what these bits are. I don't know if they're generators or what. I guess we'll find, oh, these bits. I don't know if these are generators or what. I'll have to, I assume there'll be a building thing on the website. And one of the coolest things is just here. We've got a little launcher, so it's the same sculpt as these little fighters. So you've got a little fighter launcher, so you can have a carrier on the sprue, which is nice. We do like that. Yay! Looking forward to putting those together. Expect some, you know, painting guides and whatnot, and the assembly and painting guides on the website, on the Battlehammer YouTube channel even. We've got 2 packs of these dice. These are the, oh nice, they are embedded, engraved or whatever, so they're not going to rub off, which is nice. And these are for your ship critical hits. Obviously got to have a little roll, so that would be a navigation lock. Oops, where am I? There we are. That'll be a little navigation lock, and a nice bright orange against the black, so you can see them on the table. They make a nice noise. I think they look to be 16mm size dice, approximately. Yeah, 16mm So your standard large dice rather than your little dice. Yay! Who doesn't want more dice, right? Put those out of the way. And speaking of dice, these are going to be your smaller little 12mm dice. And these are your action dice. So you've got a blank, a shield, and 2 shields. And again, these are embossed. You've got 1 hit and 2 hits, and then you've got this symbol, which is the exploding hit. So let's have a little roll of these. And you're going to be rolling plenty of these, so they've made them a bit smaller so you can fit more in your hand. Oh, that's a good roll. Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 exploding hits. So that means you can re-roll and add. So that's all right. I like these. And again, that orange is really bright. It's almost fluorescent, so you can really see it on the table, which I like. I believe that could be wrong. So don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure I saw on a post when they were talking about the dice that Stuart, who is one of the creators of the game, his son, I think, is red-blue colourblind. So they've made a point of making the dice easy to read with symbols, and also the red-blue. It's like the reds are like a fluorescent red, and the blue is a very dark blue. So they're easier to read for people with red-blue colour blindness, which is really nice. But you want to see more ships, don't you? Because boats, boats, boats! Now these are going to be the big resin battleships. Oh, I like that. So this is the resin generator ship. Oh, yes, for the Enlightened. These are the 3 points that you can put generators in, and just as an example, I'll get a couple of generators. Well, it's not a generator, it's a gun, but I'm just using it for the sake of it. So so in this case I'm using a gun, but whatever. So they fit in nicely. And then these circle, like semi-sphere holes, they'll be for the guns, which I'll probably magnetise if I can, because, you know, that's a good idea. The detail is really nice and crisp. Oh, look at that, look at those rivets. Oh, I've never been so aroused by rivets before. And the little door. Oh, the little door, it's so good. Oh, yes, we like these. Oh, yes. Poot poot. And there's the extra little bit, which has got the bridge, some kind of engine-y thing, and some, I guess, armour plates. And the bridge goes on like that. Hell to the mother fudging yes. I like it. A tiny amount of flash on here, on the back there, but I mean that's no bother. And because it looks like it's like a one-piece mould, as in it's top-down mould, rather than it being a like a two-part mould. So you don't get any. The only kind of mould line you would get is the bottom edge, which is easy enough to clean up, so you don't get any like big lines down the centre of the ship or anything. Oh, we like that. I like that it's kind of big and flat. And you got these side guns. I don't know what these are, but they look cool. Another little hatch down here, you see that? Oh, that's nice. I really like hatches and things on ships because it gives you a sense of scale. Oh, and there's some more hatches there. You see those? I think they said that when they were doing all of the design work, all of the hatches are the same scale to make sure that the ships are the same scale. And this is a 1/1200th scale game. Oh, I like it. That's lovely. What have we got next? Got the Russian Commonwealth, or the Commonwealth, which happens to be Russian in this case. The battleship. In some bubble wrap to keep it nice. And again, mate, that is crispy. Look at that. And again, it's that kind of top-down mould kind of thing, so that you don't get any lines down the centre of the ship or anything else. That is fantastic. Oh, I love the broadsides on these. Oh, and there's a little hatch with a little ladder going down. Oh yeah, that's little stairs there. How good are they? Torpedo bays at the front there. Oh, and these holes are for the guns. I think they're 4mm or they're 3mm for the purposes of magnetising. So you'd use the guns from the cruiser sprue, because you get plenty in there, so you've got enough to upgun your battleship as well. You think my battleship? Oh. Oh, there's a little bubble on the back. Well, that's no big deal. That'll come right off. And because that's the advantage of the way it's been kind of moulded, in that if there was an imperfection, that's where it would be. It's not going to be, you know, on the main part of the ship or anything. And you've got the, I think it's called a conning tower, but don't get me wrong, I honestly have no idea. The big star on the front. I don't know if it's supposed to spin. I think this is a normal conning tower, but I think they might have another version of it. Oh no, it's a gun. Fires a thing, as it shows on the artwork. Oops, if you can see it now, zoomed in, just there. So it's some sort of gun. So you could magnetise that and spin it around, because that's what we love doing in this game. We like having our stuff firing a broadside and everything's pointing the right way, because it's cool. And we've got a little funnel tower at the back here. That just slots in nicely as well. Oh, I love it. Oh, beautiful. Oh. So that's for the that's the Russian Commonwealth. No, the Commonwealth, which happens to be Russian battleship. I forget what it's. Borodino? I don't know. I could be wrong. Probably am. And lastly, but by no means leastly, when it comes to miniatures, we've got my personal, something I've been looking forward to so very, very much. This is the, I think it's called the Descartes class control ship. Oh, bits and pieces for this. So, here we have it, the Descartes class control ship. This thing in the middle here, that is a whale. That's a sperm whale, which has been turned into a construct for the Enlightened. And they fire them at the enemy out of these big pods. How chuffing cool is that? That's the most chuffing cool. That's how chuffing cool that is. And again, we've got the lovely rivets. Oh, they're going to take paint so well. Here's all your guns for your broadsides. Again, you've got these three semispheres, yeah, whatever, circle things. And then you've got an extra little pod here, an open one, which fits into that little space there. Some lovely detail there. That bit kind of goes over this bit, over the whale. There's a lot of little arms that are doing evil electrical things to it. And then as part of the bridge, which is this part here, got a little arm that's lowering this little, it's a little whale. I don't know whether you can see that. It's a little whale with a little whale fin at the back. Oh my god, it's so cute. Oh, Straw is going to hate me so much because I'm going to destroy him with these, because I'm a horrible person. Oh, love it. So yeah, that's something I am super pumped for. The Descartes class control ship, just to give you a sense of scale. So it's pretty much the exact same size as the generator ship. There we go. Just with a different front area. The back looks basically the same, but you've got different attachments for the bridges so you don't get them confused. And just to compare and contrast, I've got the battleship there. This is a bit thinner, about the same length. No, I'm not doing very well at this, am I? There we go. About the same length, bit thinner, less kind of squat, taller out of the water, less flat. Oh, boats, boats, boats. And because I don't have time to build all of the cruisers and the frigates, we've got a Russian heavy cruiser there and a frigate there, just to give you a sense of scale. Oh, so good. Imagine the big battleship going along with the little frigates around it. Oh yeah, boats, boats, boats! Or as I'm sure Stuart would correct me, ships, ships, ships. You can put a ship on a boat, but you can't put a boat... No, you can put a boat on a ship, but you can't put a ship on a boat, apparently. Something like that. So, oh, yeah, Roy, pumped. And what we've got left in the box is some other bits and pieces. So we've got 2 decks of cards, because it's a 2-player starter set, so you do get the 2 full sets of cards, and they are like standard playing card size, and you get 1 per player. And these are your Valor and Victory. Kind of, if you play Wild West Exodus, you get a set of cards and you pick either Valor or Victory, and you can have one or the other. So this one says, achieve the following: destroy a mass 1 unit in a shooting attack this turn and score 1 victory point when you do so. So if you've got that card and you do that thing, you can spend that card to get a victory point. Or reveal this card and discard it at any time to gain the following: gain +1 speed attribute for the movement phase, so you can make your frigates or whatever go a little faster if you need to get somewhere. Maybe you can, because you can pre-measure at any time, so maybe you think, oh, I want to get into assault range, or I want to get out of long range or whatever. So I think you get 5 in a standard game. What I really like is you get 2 decks, so it's a proper 2-player starter set. You don't feel like, oh well, it's a 2-player starter set, but I now need to give you you need to get a starter set as well so we can play. And it's a little thing, but you get 2 bags of dice and 2 bags of dice, so you don't even have to split them up. If you walk into a shop and you split this up with your mate, you just go, here, you have those sprues, that thing, that's yours, and the other set's mine. Job's a good one. You don't have to count dice out or anything. That's pretty cool. It's a little thing, but I like it. I do like little things like that. We've got a couple more bits in the box. We have got a cardboard. There's the little jobby there. Icebergs and faceta constructs for use with Dystopian Wars. So they're the tokens. For my faceta constructs, which are my whale jobbies. It's black on the other side, and you've got some icebergs you can use for terrain as well, which is nice. Now I want to double check that is Yep, and that's the set same size as your medium bases. So if you really wanted to, you could go crazy and carve some medium bases and put those on. But, you know, whatevs trevs. And what I do like, because of the size of this, they could fit it just nicely into the normal box. So I imagine when they release these as separate parts, if they release the Descartes control ship as a box on its own, they'll be able to put this in there as well to go with the, so you've got the construct templates, which is nice. We have got some condition tokens. They are double-sided. I guess on, for use with the Dystopian Wars, Lost World Exodus, Wild West Exodus, and other dystopian age games. So these are going to be hazard, I think. I don't know what they'll count as in Dystopian Wars. I know that that's on lookout, that's disordered, that's hunkered down, that's stunned, that's hazarded. Or at least that's what they are in Wild West Exodus. I don't know what they will all relate to in Dystopian Wars. Nice little thing. These are in blue and red for when you take damage, so you can mark them on your dudes and you don't get confused with your opponent's dudes. And on the other side they go all the way up to 8, which is a nice little touch, I think. You get 2 sets of those, again 1 each, all good in the hood. You do only get 1 rulebook and 1 set of templates, but that's not the end of the world. We have version 1.01 of the Dystopian Wars rules. So, what does that say? Look at that. Additional contributions by Parker and Straw. Oh, well, look at that. It's almost like we're awesome. Well, there you go. Yay for us. We're in a game. So we've got the rules at the front. Important terms. I mean, I will be going through all of this at some point on the Battlehammer YouTube channel that you are currently watching. Got the anatomy of a unit card, and it tells you what all of the stats are and what they all mean. It does look different to how it did in the demos, but that's fine. Speedhull mass is a new thing. Anyway, but this is the HMS Unremarkable. A nice little touch, just to throw a little bit of... Oh, thank you. I love this. So, forces, battle fleets and units. And then it says, building a force, page 11. So you can cross-reference it. I like that a lot. That is awesome. Thank you, War Cradle, for doing that. That means a great deal to me. See, building a force, escorts, corvettes, generators, whatever else you need. Oh, I love that. I really do. I am so... Because I don't think they've got an... Oh, they do have an index as well. Oh, beautiful. BEA, beautiful. That makes me so happy, because when you're trying to flick through a rulebook, the last thing you want to do is not be able to find stuff. Excuse me. Victory points. I mean, like I say, I'm just flicking through this and roll for encounters. It's a game round, movements. Tells you all about critical damage, which we had the dice for earlier on. Defences, assaulting, which is cool. And phase, short range squadrons, which are your little fighter jets and stuff. Collisions and rams. Corvettes. Generators, weapon qualities. Quality. We've got common encounters, fog of war, salvage rights, hold at all costs, oil fields, rule the waves, and the tempest. Oh, a nice bit of art, which is the art you get on the front cover. And then all of the fluff. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's all fluff and art. The Imperium, I'm well looking forward to them. The Prussians look awesome. The Commonwealth, which were the it's a democracy that stretches from the industrial centres of Poland, Lithuania to the snowy wastes of Siberia, the steppes of Mongolia, and the Commonwealth's people come from 100 or more cultures and groups, but are united by loyalty to the state and the Tsar who safeguards it. Good times. And a nice, whatever that's called, an index in the back, which is lovely. How good is that? But it makes you think. I mean, the book is 143 pages, and oh, wow, so 100 pages of fluff and 50 pages of rules, or 40 pages of rules. Not that you need lots of pages of rules, but I'm just saying, like, I love that there's so much fluff in this that you can really, you know, get to know it, figure out what all the factions are about, if they've got any sub-factions, what their kind of relation to the other factions are. Because if you're going to get invested in a game, you want to know why you're fighting and why you like the faction that you like. You know, I may well read this narrative and then go, ooh, I really like the Latin Alliance now, or whoever it is. I don't know yet. I'll have to find out when I read it. Good times. And we've got the Hunt for the Prometheus campaign. Now this is something I've been really interested to have a look at. It's only little. It's only, you know, a few pages. But this is your kind of gateway into the game. So, introduction tells you all about what it is. Tells you where you can find the assembly guides and the ship statistic cards, which is nice. So the Prometheus is a generator ship, which is this one, which you get in the box. There's some narrative at the start, and then you have to do X. So yeah, you get setup area, tells you what you can try to do. Enlightened player starts with 2 cruisers and 4 frigates. The Commonwealth player starts with the Prometheus because they've stolen it. Boo! And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different games that are connected, and you start with whatever it was. One person starts with the Hypatia class, and the Enlightened player starts with 2 cruisers and 4 frigates, and then you go to 3 cruisers, 5 frigates, 2 cruisers, 4 frigates. The Borodino, 3 cruisers, 5 frigates, control ship, 2 cruisers and a unit of 4 frigates. And oh, that's nice. It also tells you what mechanics are explored. So it will say, like, movement. The Enlightened player must stop the Prometheus from leaving the play area to win. So the Commonwealth player is trying to get off the board. So you're trying to maneuver around things, which is nice. And then you have movement and shooting, as you're trying to move around and blow each other up. And then in the third game, you get to use the short range squadrons and assault, and you get bonuses for doing assault, so it opens up those parts of the rules. And then you get the victory and valor deck. That's really nice. It introduces you to the game in like a small amount of rules at a time. Super cool. And that is everything that is in the box. Let's just crack one of these open. And again, a nice little touch wall cradle. Didn't have to do it, except now I'm going to do it. Oh, it didn't work very well, but it's got one of those unflippy things, so that's nice. So we'll be sleeving these, and there's 60 of them, and use them for initiative as well. So yeah, definitely going to be sleeving those because I like me some sleeved cards. Do expect to see some third-party stuff like tokens and deck boxes and stuff probably at some point. But I hope you enjoyed that brief unboxing of the Hunt for the Prometheus 2-player starter set for Dystopian Wars. Woo! I'm looking forward to building some ships and magnetising some stuff. Don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'll find out as I go, I guess. There's definitely going to be more coverage of Dystopian Wars coming as I build ships and paint ships and play games and figure out the rules and stuff like that. Obviously Straw and I can't get together at the moment, so we won't be doing games as such, but they'll definitely be building, and I'll probably do some how to plays or whatever. If you want to see more of that, then you should probably subscribe to the channel to find more things coming up. Let us know what you think about it in the comments down below. Is there anything you want to see specifically more of? What faction do you want to play? Is it Enlightened? Because it should be. Yeah. Bitches. And if you, sorry, don't forget to, you start again, we've got Patreon and stuff in the comments down below. Or sorry, in the description below. You've got Patreon, we've got coffee, we've got other ways you can help the channel. But if you do nothing else, don't forget to do this. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked it and want to subscribe. If you don't like it and don't want to subscribe, you don't have to like and subscribe. But we would like it if you liked and subscribed. And until next time, stay hammered.